Good evening and welcome, Nevada Camera Club members and guests, to the NCC Electronic Image Virtual Competition for January 2021. Our competition staff includes setup assistants from Craig Hicks, Linda Hicks, and Stephen Cupp. The announcer is Linda Hicks, projectionist Stephen Cupp, scorekeeper Mary Sheets, and merit reporting Craig Hicks. Our judges this evening are in Chair 1, Gary Galvin, in Chair 2, Janice Phillips, in Chair 3, Stan Collis, in Chair 4, Ron Frost, and in Chair 5, Cindy Wilson. This evening, 29 members entered 78 images in 36 unique categories. For those of you in your homes who are acting as our judges, please make sure your cell phones are turned off. And now, here is your Nevada Camera Club competition for January of 2021. We will be starting with judges 1, 2, and 3, please. In advanced, monochrome, abstract, just a tiny itch. Pardon me, wrong title.
I was going to say.
Yeah, wrong title. You want The Awakening. Eight, 8, 7. Comment from a judge?
I like your cloud. I love all the rays coming out of it. Makes it very interesting. It's just that the foreground's dark and, I just don't know if it meets a higher score at this time.
The image received a 23. Same category, same judges, geometric. Eight, 8, 8.
Overall, it's a very pleasing image, but the problem is my eye don't know where to go. I'm either looking to the right or looking to the top, and the dividing lines that go through the center just don't seem to tie it all together, at least in my opinion.
Image received a 24. There are 2 images that we need to review for placement, starting with geometric and going back 1 to awakening. Judges, a 1 or a 2, please, for awakening. Two, 2, 2. So the judges have chosen geometric. Same judges, please, as we move on to animals and pets. We'll be starting with intermediate color animals and pets. Super Tide. Nine, 8, 9.
I think as an intermediate, you did a great job. I mean, I love the expressions on the dogs, their wide open eyes, the reflection in the sand. I mean, I debated between 8 and 9, and I went 9. And you could have just cropped it. You don't need so much on the left and the right. Otherwise, you did an excellent job.
Definitely.
The image received a 26. It was the only image in the category. Judges 3, 4, and 5, please. For advanced color animal and pets, each with a section of responsibility. Nine, 8, 9.
I like the fact that each wolf kind of had its own expression. That one that I see on the far right of the image looks like he's really wondering what's happening.
The image received a 26. Same category, house finch on wall. Eight, 9, 9.
I think it's a beautiful image. The eye is very sharp. The lighting is unique. And it's just a very well done image.
The image received a 26. Resting costas. Nine, 9, 8.
Color is amazing.
Go ahead, Ron.
The color, I think, is just amazing, and the eye is literally looking at us.
The image received a 26. You have 3 images to review for placement, starting with resting costas, going back 1 to house finch on wall, and going back 1 more to each with a section of responsibility. Judges, a 1, 2, or 3, please, for each with a section of responsibility. Okay. 313, house finch on wall. Three, two, one. And resting costas. One, two, two. So the judges have chosen resting costas, followed by house finch on wall, and each with a section of responsibility. Judges 1, 2, and 4, please, as we move on to animals and pets, master color, snowy egrets. Nine, nine, nine.
I think that's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I love the young one turned its head with the, beak into the chest, and your whites are beautiful. A lot of detail. Very striking image.
The image received a 27. It was the only image in the category. Same judges as we move into commercial. We will be starting with master color commercial. Beachwear by Cassandra. Eight, nine, nine.
I'll speak if nobody wants to. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say pardon me, go ahead, is it Janice? Go ahead.
I think it's a great commercial shot. I mean, all the expressions on the woman are great. The clothing is very well exposed. And if I was looking through a magazine looking for beachwear, I mean, I would stop and look at this page.
Oh, exactly. I was going to comment on the nice use of the lighting is just superb across the whole image. The sort of side lighting on the model of the screen left, and the expressions that caught it all, and the it's a very publishable picture for commercial use. It's very nice.
The image received a 26. It's the only image in the category. Stephen wants to take a minute and try and get rid of the green line that is in the upper left-hand corner of our screen. So we'll pause for a moment so he'll see if he can technically get rid of that for us.
Okay.
I've been trying to monitor the live feed on my iPad, and it's just coming up, video not available. Are we actually, am I just not doing something correct at this end, or are we actually?
Did you watch online before? Because you may need to refresh the page.
I did that, the little, like the little, you know, the arrow in a circle. Yep, did
Really
that.
cute arrow, yeah.
I'm gonna. Okay, I'm using the link that was sent today, nevadacc.org/live.
Well, Amy just texted me. She wanted to know if it was live, and I said, yes, it is. And then she texted back, says, oh, I see it now. So Amy can see it.
Okay.
I've got it up and watching too, and I'm getting it.
All righty. I keep getting, it takes me to the Nevada website, our club website, and it says watch live feed here, and I keep getting something not available. Okay, let me.
Refresh that page, Gary. And
What's that?
Refresh that page on the Nevada Camera Club website with a kind of backwardy sort of arrow.
Yeah.
And then try and load it again. Because I got it on my iPad.
No, something's going on here. I'm going to
It
take
just
it.
doesn't like you.
Well, anyway, as long as it's working, it's important.
Yep.
I'll mess with that later. Oh my gosh, who knows where this is? That's pretty.
Because I got it on my iPad.
No, something's going on here. Okay.
There we go. Thank you, Stephen.
Okay. Well, we were.
Well, I saw half the image on that.
Yeah, it was cut off.
Yeah.
He booted up and saw the full. Then it went away. There we go. He's got to move it to the top again.
Okay.
Green
Still
line's not
there.
me, so let's press on.
It's easy enough to ignore.
Don't worry about it, Stephen. We'll just muster on. Okay. We're still using judges 1, 2, and 4. We're moving into creative now. And we're going to start with intermediate creative. Don't worry, be happy. Eight, 8, 9.
Okay. Well, the immediate impact I see is the fact that it's a very clever use of the props. I think what helped a little bit if it wasn't just the sort of dead center in the screen here.
Image received a 25. It was the only image in the category. Judges 1, 3, and 5, please. As we move on to advanced color creative. Electrifying. Eight, 9, 8.
I would have given it a 9, except for the white halos around each of the pillars. But otherwise, it's outstanding. But those white halos or white rims, to me, took it from a 9 to an 8.
The image received. Go ahead, Gary.
I was just going to say I really like the effect that was applied. It really reflects the title, electrifying. I really get the sense that this is an electrified image, and it's a good use of the color and just the composition. Very dramatic.
Image received a 25. Same judges, please. Mixed message. Seven, 8, 8.
For me, it would have had more impact if the red flower was a little more in focus.
Yeah, I'm seeing on my monitor here that the sharpness sort of varies from flower to flower, and I see what the photographer was going for, but I think the execution kind of fell a little short of what they were striving for with the overlapping of the colors. It just didn't quite hit the mark.
The image received a 23. Incense gone wild. Nine, 8, 8.
I thought the image was very good. I love the actual detail and the flames, and just replacing the flames with the smoke was to me a very great, very creative idea.
Image received a 25. There are 3 images to review for placement, starting with Incense Gone Wild, going back 1 to Mixed Message, and going back 1 to Electrifying. Judges, a 1, 2, or 3, please, for Electrifying. One, 2, 1. Mixed Message. 3, 3, 3. Incense Gone Wild. 2, 1, 2. And the judges have chosen Electrifying. Judges 2, 3, and 5 for Color Master Creative, DNS Railroad at Cullop.
Category,
Linda,
please.
this is creative.
That is what it was entered in.
Thank you. Hmm.
Seven, 7, 8.
Yeah, I just
think
don't
you
see
have-
it as creative.
Right. Go ahead.
I'm missing
Cindy.
that. I'm just missing what's creative. I mean, it's a beautiful image, but I'm just missing what the creative process or whatever was used.
The image received a 22. Same judges, Abandoned in the Desert. Nine, 8, 7.
I gave it the 7. I think you did a lot of creative stuff in it, but I mean, the sky's just so bright, you know, it takes my eye right there. And the truck, even though I like a lot of the creative stuff, I still think you needed to process it a little bit more to make it a little bit more saturated and bring out the shadows a little bit more. And I think you'd have a better image. And also, if you would have taken it at different angles instead of straight on, also.
Image received a 24. There are 2 images to review for placement, starting with Abandoned in the Desert and going back 1 to DNS Railroad at Cullop. Judges, a 1 or a 2, please, for DNS Railroad.
You have a better image. And also, if you would have taken it at different angles instead of straight on, also.
2, 2, 2. So the judges have chosen Abandoned in the Desert. Going back 1 to DNS Railroad at Cullop. Judges, a 1 or a 2, please, for DNS Railroad.
I'm getting an echo
Why are
delay.
Yeah, why are we getting a delayed talk?
Judges, sticking with judges 2, 3, and 5, please. We're moving into documentary. We'll start with advanced color documentary, St. Thomas at Night. Hopefully.
What was the title again?
St. Thomas at Night.
Okay.
Eight, eight, eight.
If
Yeah,
I
well,
thought,
That's sorry.
I was just gonna say, if the foreground building had been in sharper focus, that would have merited a higher score.
Mhm.
Image received a 24. It was the only image in the category. Judges 1, 2, and 5, please. We're moving on to advanced color, advanced monochrome documentary, Gold Butte pictograms. Nine, eight, eight.
I mean, it fits the
I thought-
category. It's documentary,
I thought-
so
I thought that they brought out the contrast so sharply. That's what impressed me on the photo, because sometimes it's hard to get that contrast to really show up.
The image received a 25. It was the only image in the category. Same judges, please, for master color documentary, Freaky Fast. Nine, nine, nine.
Well, I thought this was really well executed because it's a panning shot, which are, you have to really know what you're doing in order to pull this off. And we've got enough context with with seeing the car, the screen position. We've got the stuff at the bottom of the snow. We're on a racetrack. We get a little taste of that. And we can even know that I think we're in Vegas here. So this was very nicely done.
Image received a 27. It was the only image in the category. Judges 1, 3, and 4, please. We're moving into nature wildlife. We'll start with intermediate color, Milky Way over the racetrack in Death Valley. Eight, eight, eight.
I would have brought to help me in my mind, get the score up a little bit. There's a color cast on the bottom left, and that's kind of distracting because it doesn't match. You have it white in that center portion of the foreground, and it looks like a purplish or some kind of off color that's on the bottom. And that's if you even turn it more black and white towards the bottom, I think that would bring the score up for me.
Image received a 24. Same judges, Orange Lily. 988.
You know, the flower is very, very sharp, and you could see the sharpness on the edges, even where they're curled down. But to me, there's too many white spots in the background that would, if they were toned down, it'd keep from my eye from pulling away from the flower.
I thought the photographer did a good job of handling the selective focus to put the background out there and really enhance the edge sharpness of the flower.
The image received a 25. The visitor.
Mhm.
998.
I provided a 9, but I would have cropped it in a little bit more on the right side just to make the bird be more the highlight of the focus.
Yeah, for me, I think this would have been stronger if we would have taken and had the bird to the left a little bit more. It's too much dead center in the screen. But the capturing the expression and the tilt of the head was really nice, and the background being blurred really takes and frames the bird nicely.
The image received a 26. There are 3 images to review for placement, starting with the visitor, going back 1 to Orange Lily, and going back 1 to Milky Way over the racetrack in Death Valley. Judges, a 1, 2, or 3, please, for Milky Way. Three, 3, 3. Orange Lily. Two, 2, 2. So the judges have chosen the visitor. Judges 2, 4, and 5, please. We're now going to advanced color, nature, wildlife. Egret in flight. Seven, 8, 8.
My concern was the speed on the shutter, on the wings. You know, the head looks good, the legs look good, but the wings just weren't quite fast enough on the shutter. Be crisp.
Image
right-
received.
Yeah, the right wing was very blown out too.
Image received a 23. Birdie Red Springs. Eight, 9, 9.
It'd help to have just a little bit more space on the left for it to look into, but otherwise it's a gorgeous, sharp image.
Image received at 26. Avalanche Creek Gorge.
Am I supposed to be judging or not?
Got judges 2, 4, and 5.
So somebody judged the last one, not me.
Okay, let's go back to the last one and rejudge that one then, please. Okay, judges, if you'll re-enter your scores for Birdie Red Springs. We got a 999 this time. Already had a comment. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go on to Avalanche Creek Gorge. Seven, 8, 7.
I scored it a 7. It just doesn't have the interest. You know, it's just not an interesting area. You were doing a job with slow moving water and you use those slow shutter speed. And if you look at the top part of the water, that's how you kind of want all of it to look like. So you can kind of see the water in those little streams. It's like the exposure was a little bit too long that made the waters blend together and just get white.
The image received a 22. Killer whale. Seven, 8, 9.
Well, I guess I'll speak. You know, you've got good exposure. I mean, I'm giving you an 8 just because you got to see a killer whale. I think that's great. You know, of course, you'd like to see a little bit more of it, but overall, it's a nice shot.
Image received a 24. The Beckoning Annas. Nine, 9, 9.
This is really a beautiful shot. I mean, of course, the eye is most important, and that's the sharpest. The chest is sharp. Has beautiful colors. In the background, colors are wonderful, and the movement in the wings kind of add to the image.
The image received a 27. There are 3 images to review for placement, starting with the Beckoning Annas, going back 1 to Killer Whale, and going back 2 to Birdie Red Springs. Judges, a 1, 2, or 3, please, for Birdie Red Springs.
Is that what it would be?
Two, three, one.
Oh, no.
Killer whale. Three, two, three. The Beckoning Annas. One, one, two. So the judges have chosen the Beckoning Annas. We're moving on to advanced monochrome nature wildlife. Judges 1, 3, and 4, please. Just a tiny itch.
Hmm.
Eight, nine, nine.
I did the 8. I like the branch, but I'd have taken a little bit more of it off on the left to bring us back into the feature.
I thought the composition is outstanding here with the diagonal of the branch going through, and the again the use of the bokeh and the selective focus to really frame the monkey, and then his expression and pushing the button just the right second to get them doing his action really brings the picture to life.
The image received a 26. It was the only image in the category. Same judges, please, for master color nature wildlife. Ladybug. Seven, eight, eight.
I'm one of the 8s, and I think if the depth of field was a little bit better, because towards the back, where you're losing the focus, but
Yeah.
the face is very sharp.
Yeah.
Image received a 23. It was the only image in the category. We're moving on to people now. We'll be starting with advanced color people with judges 2, 3, and 4, please. Man and his classic truck. Nine, eight, nine.
I like this image. I think it's very intriguing. I love all the artwork. I like the fact that his jacket and the car, everything, the color blends all together, and the fact that the part where he's standing is dark, so he still is a focus because he stands out from the black, spotted background. I like it.
Image received a 26. Same judges, blissful duo. Eight, 8, 9.
I like the overall softness of the image, but I think if she had some kind of an expression, I mean, it does, to me, that doesn't show too much emotion. And if it was a better expression that told more of a story, I think that would raise the score for me.
Image received a 25. There are 2 images to review for placement, starting with blissful duo and going back 1 to man and his classic truck. Judges, a 1 or a 2, please, for man and his classic truck. 1, 1, 1. So the judges have chosen man and his classic truck. Judges 1, 2, and 5, please. We're going to be moving into advanced monochrome people. Skateboarding downtown Las Vegas. Eight, 8, 8.
I think if the brightness on the left-hand side had been toned down just a little bit, that brightness overpowers him, but he's sharp as a tack. It's really a good picture, but could have just toned down that brightness on the left. I think it would have been a stronger image.
Yeah, cropping them over so that we lose that stuff on the left there. That was just unbalanced it.
The image received a 24. It was the only image in the category. Same judges, please, for master color people. The long dress. Eight, 8, 8.
No,
No?
aren't I judging?
I'm struggling a little bit with my chat window here, guys. That's the issue.
Okay,
So go ahead and enter your score.
I did.
8, 8, 9. Thank you.
I think this is a beautiful image. I love the way your dress is blowing with the wind and how it has a leading line that leads into her, and the lighting on her is excellent. I mean, really, this is probably should be in the portrait category, but then I'd have to knock it down because of the material that's underneath her. But I mean, the lighting is beautiful on her. Uh-oh. And I just love that color blue in her dress, and it just flows nice. And I don't know, I like it.
The image received a 25 and was the only image in the category. Same judges, please, for advanced color photojournalism. Melissa Etheridge in Concert on Fremont Street. Eight, 7, 9.
Well, I gave this 7. I think that, the color and everything is beautiful. I just think there's better images that you could have taken of her, her facial expression, and plus the spotlight that's above her head could have moved so that didn't land on top of her head like that. So just little issues.
The image received a 24 and was the only image in the category. Judges 2, 3, and 4, please. Advanced monochrome photojournalism. UNLV advances the ball.
I'm a little behind. Rain started here and I didn't know what was happening.
It's okay. 7, 9, 8.
I like that the ball carrier was crisp and sharp, but there was a lot of additional just motion that wasn't stopped.
Image received 24 and was the only image in the category. Same judges as we move to master color photojournalism. Touchdown. Nine, 9, 9.
This is an awesome image. I mean, to get him like that in the air with the ball in his hand, it's impressive.
The only problem is it's the wrong team scoring.
Yeah, well, UNLV football. Image received a 27. It was the only image in the category. Same judges for master monochrome photojournalism. It's mine. 999.
It's the best this team scored all season.
The image received a 27. It was the only image in the category. Same judges. We're now moving to pictorial. We'll start with intermediate monochrome pictorial, abandoned house.
This was intermediate, right?
Correct. Nine, eight, eight.
This is a really interesting image. I mean, my eye's going around and it's capturing my eye, and I love the plank in the front that leads you to the window in the back. And so it has a lot of interest.
Yeah, those lines gives it some great angles, all like leading to that corner. It's very sharp. Plus you have the window with information and the window in the back of it. It's great.
The image received a 25. It was the only image in the category. Judges 1, 4, and 5, please. We're going to be doing advanced color pictorial. Autumn's palette. Seven, 9, 8.
I like the softness. It really creates a mood. I don't know if that was intentional, but I kind of like the softness to the background.
The
image-
sweep of, as I say, the sweep of color through it there with the red and the overall just tonality, I thought was nicely handled.
The image received a 24. Same judges. Sunrise at Valley of Fire. Nine, 7, 7.
I just don't think any of the colors look natural to me, and I've been out there many times and times a day. That was my issue.
Right, and I'm looking at the distant horizon line there as we're running downhill to the left here, and the foreground is not sharp at all.
The image received a 23. Tulip bloom. Nine, 8, 8. A comment?
Someone else's turn.
Well, I'll just say that it's nicely executed with the capturing the colors in the flower, but it's just the other elements of the picture are distracting, and it needed to be more of the focus of the picture needed to be on the flower as opposed to these other elements that were occurring, especially below the subject which is actually in the center of the screen.
Image received a 25. 509 East Fremont Street. Eight, eight, eight.
I think it's very well lit. It's very funky. I really like it. And I say the lighting is very even and it's very sharp. So I really do like it.
The image received a 24. There are 3 images to review for placement, starting with 509 East Fremont Street, going back 1 to Tulip Bloom, and going back 2 to Autumn's Palette. Judges, a 1, 2, or 3, please, for Autumn's Palette. Three, two, two. Tulip Bloom. Three, two, three. And 509 East Fremont Street. One, one, one. So the judges have chosen 509 East Fremont Street. Judges 2, 3, and 5, please. Advanced monochrome pictorial. Reminder of yesteryear. Nine, eight, eight.
I would have liked a little more scenery on one side or the other because again, it's dead center. Plus, to me, I'm sure it's leaning because it's old. It just, to me, it does look like it's leaning.
Image received a 25. Spring Mountain Ranch State Park. Nine, eight, eight.
I love the leading lines on that, reading you right to the center. And you can almost lead you right up to that Looks like the saddle and then the clouds. I think it's very nice.
The image received a 25. Shadows over Red Rock. Nine, eight, eight.
It's a really nice image. It's interesting always to see Red Rock in black and white. The lighting looks like a rib at the bottom. It's kind of interesting. And to see a stormy sky for once in Vegas was nice too.
The image received a 25. There are 3 images to review for placement, starting with Shadows over Red Rock, going back 1 to Spring Mountain Ranch State Park, and going back 1, Reminder of Yesteryear. Judges, a 1, 2, or 3, please, for Reminder of Yesteryear. Three, 1, 2.
That's all they want.
Spring Mountain Ranch State Park. One, 3, 3. Shadows over Red Rock. Two, 1, 2. And the judges have chosen Shadows over Red Rock. Judges 1, 2, and 4, please. For Master Color Pictorial, Christmas at Biltmore Gatehouse.
That's 7.
Eight, 8, 8. A comment, please?
It's an interesting it's an interesting image. I like the colors, but I zoom in on it and it looks so two-dimensional, that building. That's what's so strange about it.
The image received a 24. Bryce. Nine, 7, 8.
Right, I'll speak. I gave the 7 because this is such an iconic area and it's so close to Vegas. And there's just better times of day to capture this. Early morning, sunset. You know, I just think your time of day needed to be different.
Image received a 24. Day's End at the Pier. Nine, 9, 8.
I like the delicate pink into the yellow and the great leading line.
Image received a 26. There are 3 images to review for placement, starting with Day's End at the Pier, going back 1 to Bryce, and going back 1 to Christmas at Biltmore Gatehouse. Judges, a 1, 2, or 3, please, for Christmas at Biltmore Gatehouse. 3, 2, 3. Bryce. Three, 2, 2. And the judges have chosen Day's End at the Pier. Judges 3, 4, and 5, please. We're moving into portraiture, and we will start with advanced color portraiture. Black Beauty.
Oops. Sorry.
8, 8, 8.
I think it's a fabulous image, but the bright spot on her forehead, since you can control the light, that should have been toned down. But I love that background. That's very interesting.
The image received a 24. The Look.
Oh,
7, 9, 8.
Well, I was in the middle. I think the eyes and the face are very sharp, but the fingers bother me for some reason. They just kind of pull my attention away from her face.
The image received a 24. There are 2 images to review for placement, starting with The Look and going back 1 to Black Beauty. Judges, a 1 or a 2, please, for Black Beauty. 1, 2, 1. The judges have chosen Black Beauty. Same judges, please, for Master Color Portraiture. Hannah. Eight, 9, 8.
I think some of the white spots detracted from the image.
Image received a 25. It was the only image in the category. Judges 1, 2, and 5, please. For Master Monochrome Portraiture. In bed. Eight, 9, 8.
The expression is absolutely fabulous, and the composition is very nice. I think the portraiture could have been strengthened if we would have had some vignetting around the edges here, particularly towards the bottom, because just the vast expanse of the white sheets, if we would have had the vignetting, would have helped keep the tension on our talent's face.
The image received a 25. It was the only image in the category. Judges 1, 2, and 5, please. We're moving on to still life, and we'll start with advanced color still life, low tide. Eight, 8, 8.
I think it would have been a stronger image if that lower right-hand corner was toned down just a little bit. It draws your eye away from the starfish, which should be the main subject.
The image received a 24. It was the only image in the category. Judges 1, 2, and 3, please. We're going into unclassified. Our first division is advanced color unclassified, weathered frond. 887.
I like the diagonal of your subject. I'm just not sure if I like, I think I'd rather have a fresh new palm leaf. And then if you look at the whites on the tips, they're all blown out. So that makes it more difficult too. But the subject, and the angle that you used was great.
The image received a 23. I see you. Nine, 8, 8.
It's a clear, sharp image. In fact, the is yet right around it. Very nice image.
The image received a 25. There are 2 images to review for placement, starting with I see you and going back 1 to weathered frond. Judges, a 1 or a 2, please, for weathered frond. 2, 2, 2, and the judges have chosen I see you. Same judges, please, for advanced monochrome unclassified, Truckee Street Musician. Eight, 8, 9.
I think if that image, if you would have got rid of more on the right side and pretty much centered right around him, I think that would improve the score for me.
The image received a 25. It was the only image in the category. We're sticking with judges 1, 2, and 3. We're moving into the challenge, which this month was snow, real or fake. And we'll start with the beginner club challenge, Liberty Barn. Nine, 9, 9.
I think you did a great job. I love your composition. Love the fact that the fence is there because it creates the leading lines to your subject. And you had a great sky. So good job.
The image received a 27 and was the only image in the category. We're going to stick with judges 1, 2, and 3 for intermediate club challenge, Snowdrifts on Frozen Lake. 989.
This is really, really beautiful. I mean, you're intermediate, and if you were in advance, I might not have given you a 9 because of the blown out sky. You might be able to process that better and get the sky, you know, the whites down a little bit. But this area is really interesting. I mean, look at the foreground and all the leading lines leading to the mountain. And I think it's an awesome area that you captured.
The
I
image
like to know where
received,
that's at.
Yeah.
the image received a 26. After the storm, Mount Rose, Nevada. Eight, 8, 8.
What are you doing?
It meets the challenge, has the snow. I mean, there just needs to be a little bit more interest, but I don't know what you could have done better. Maybe it's just the time of day. Maybe it's something that would capture this area a little bit better, because some of these roads are a little bit difficult to get an interesting shot.
If the bottom fourth of the picture there, we could have lost improved the picture, would have taken and lose some of that, and the interest on the snowy trees there and the and on the mountains there. So we've got a conflict between the road, which is overpowering the picture and detracting from the snowy branches on trees.
The image received a 24. We have 2 images to review for placement, starting with after the storm, Mount Rose, Nevada, and going back 1 to snowdrifts on Frozen Lake. Judges, a 1 or a 2, please, for snowdrifts on Frozen Lake. One, 1, 1, and the judges have chosen snowdrifts on Frozen Lake. Judges 3, 4, and 5, please. You might want to have your cards handy because we've got several in the Advanced Club Challenge. And the first image is snow in Red Rock Canyon. We're missing judge number 3 right now. So until he gets back, I guess we have to hold on. Stan, we need you to judge this image, please. We're on
Oh, I'm sorry.
Advanced Club Challenge. 888.
I would have liked to have seen a little more saturation in the blue sky and just a little more contrast in the background mountains. It would have made it a stronger image, in my opinion.
The image received a 24. Glacial view. Eight, 9.
I love the contrast in the image. It's like you got the blues and you got the, and some of them are real sharp and then some are like dull. I think it's very great.
Image received a 25. Just a dust of snow.
Some people carefully unwrap every inch of cream cheese I see with this.
Nine, 8, 7.
I thought it was interesting that in addition just to the snow and the trees, he captured that pinch.
Image received a 24. First dusting. Nine, 8, 8.
I like the slope of the hill. I think if you can bring out a little more contrast in the trees, I think that would help offset how white the picture is, how bright the picture is, I should say.
Image received a 25. My backyard. Seven, 8, 8.
I think the whites could have been brightened just a little bit to, it's not overall gray cast, and I think little white, more white might have improved it.
The image received a 23. Yellowstone in winter. Eight, 9, 8.
Blown out white spot on the right center kind of detracted a bit.
Image received a 25. Soft light. 989.
I think it's a beautiful image. Too bad for all the footprints in the foreground, but the lighting is beautiful.
Image received a 26. Agave en la nieve. Nine, 8, 8.
For some reason, I like to see where those leaves that go off. Maybe if included more of the plant, I think that would add a little bit for me.
The image received a 25. Winter leaf. Seven, 8, 8.
I think if all the blown out white around it had been cropped off, it would have made a stronger image. There's just too much blown out white all the way around the edges.
Image received a 23. Snowy yucca. Eight, 7, 8. Comment, please.
I just found the white balance off. I think it's a little too yellow.
Image received a 23. Snow across the valley. Nine, 8, 9.
Fabulous panorama.
Image received a 26. Snow-kissed. Eight, 7, 8.
It meets the challenge, but I think it's just too busy.
The image received a 23. Snowy.
Oops.
Ah, my line's drawn in the wrong place. You've got all the ones. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to review for placement. Starting with Snow Across the Valley, go back one more. Go back 3 to Agave en la Nieve. Back 1 to soft light. Back 1 to Yellowstone in winter. Back 2 to first dusting. Back 2 to glacial view. I'm sure you want to see those again.
Oh, yeah.
And do them in the same order.
So you want me to go all the way back and bring them back up?
Yeah, please, because otherwise my number is going to be all messed up.
Gotcha. So Stephen, if you can go back to Snow Across the Valley, the panorama. Up 3 to Agave en la Nieve. Up 1 to Soft Light. Up 1 to Yellowstone in winter. Up 2 to first dusting. Up 2 to glacial view. We good?
We'll find out.
Good.
You want me to run them from the order that we have previewed them in?
No, I'm good.
Good from here? Okay. Judges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 for glacial view, please. Four, 6, and 3. First dusting. Five, 3, 6. Yellowstone in winter. Yellowstone in winter. 2, 2, 5. Soft light. Four, 1, 1. Agave en la Nieve. Three, 6, 5. And Snow Across the Valley. One, 4, 2. Give us a minute to make sure we don't have too many of any one score. And you chose Soft Light for first, Snow Across the Valley for second, and Yellowstone in winter for third. Good job, judges. Judges 1, 2, and 5, please, as we're moving to Master Club Challenge. We'll start with Snowy. 989.
The lighting is beautiful. The eyes and the beak are sharp. It's really, really a nice image.
Image received at 26. Snowy highway. Seven, 8, 8.
It meets the category, but it doesn't have a lot of interest for me, this image.
Image received at 23. Practicing for the Olympics. Eight, 8, 8.
Great action shot. However, I think it could have been improved if we would have taken and cropped in on the person doing the photograph there and lost this this light standard over here on the right. It's just distracting. So I think the story was the person photographing and the snowboarder.
Image received at 24. Wild horse in the snow. Eight, 7, 7.
I'm glad you were trying to be very creative. But because you were in control of everything, you should have moved the horse so his face didn't blend in, gave him some space, and maybe even made the horse face toward us a little bit more, you know, and try different positions.
Image received at 22. Springtime snow at Deep River Park. Eight, 7, 8.
The brightest part of the image is that foreground, and so it takes your eye away from the beautiful home in the background.
Exactly. Cropping in, I think, would have taken and emphasized the, I don't know if those are like little buckets to catch the sap or something, I'm wondering. But the composition is very nicely, even though the buildings is centered, but framed on each side. But the too much foreground is overpowering.
Image received at 23. Marzen windmill in winter.
Did everyone score?
I
We're
did.
still- We're missing one.
I guess I didn't press send. Sorry. I thought, well,
788.
I just think the time of day is killing this one and so much empty sky space. For me, it's just the time of day. Too much blown out white.
Image received a 23. I hate winter. Eight, 9, 9.
I think it's a great image for snow. And I like the fact that there is a lot more background to it because it just tells you about the starkness of winter.
The image received a 26. A beautiful snow day. Eight, 8, 8.
I think it has nice contrast. There's nothing blown out. I like the blue of the sky. It adds a nice bit of interest to the picture.
The image received a 24. Take me home, country road. Nine, 9, 8.
I don't know, when this image came up, it just had a lot of impact for me. You know, the blue sky, I just like the leading line with the road, and it's going into a point down, and the trees look great. I just think it's a very pleasing image.
The image received a 26. You have 4 images to review for placement, starting with Take Me Home, Country Road, going back 1 to a beautiful snowy day, going back 1 to I hate winter. Actually, you've got 5. I lied to you.
Oh boy.
No, 4. I'm right. Hang
4?
on a second. Actually, you only have 3.
Oh,
You only have 3. So let me start over again. Go back to Take Me Home, Country Road. Then go back to I hate winter. And go back to the first one, snowy. Those are your 3 images. Need to see them again, or are you good?
I'm good.
good.
Okay. Judges, a 1, 2, or 3, please, for snowy. 222. I hate winter. 133. Take Me Home Country Road. 311. So the judges have chosen Take Me Home Country Road for first. In second is Snowy. And third, I Hate Winter. Thank you very much, competition staff. Thank you, Stephen, for getting this all organized for us. Thank you to the 29 members who entered images this evening. The results will be included in the February issue of Focal Expression. And the Knights lost tonight. Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda, Stephen, Mary.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Mary.
Yes, thanks, Mary, Linda, and Stephen. Thank you very much.
Hang on a sec.